There are many issues surrounding Josiah's mealtime behavior. First, his temper tantrums when it is time to sit down during meals may be due to him wanting to explore and do more things due to increased motor development. Josiah has developed the understanding that his words stand for things, and he is now testing the limits to his words and actions. Also, another issue surrounding his mealtime behavior is that he is able to watch television during mealtime instead of sitting at the table in his booster chair. However, this method is not good for Josiah while at daycare because he has not developed adequate feeding behaviors or skills. For example, his social skills are not properly developed to where he can be independent when eating because his mother and grandmother still feed him instead of letting him develop proper eating behaviors to create positive self-image. Lastly, he is able to walk around constantly drinking apple juice and filling up on snacks such as cookies, cheese, and crackers. Being that Josiah is a toddler and is still developing his feeding and eating skills, his mother and grandmother may find it hard to introduce new foods, being that toddlers experience food jags. Food jags can be defined as when child only eats one food item meal after meal. Josiah's mother and grandmother should try introducing one new food item to Josiah during meal times along with familiar foods of different textures. They should also consider introducing new foods when Josiah is hungry, as it would be better accepted. They should consider his temperament as well when introducing new foods. A child's temperament can have a positive and negative effect on feeding and mealtime behaviors. Josiah's demanding attitude and irregularity to function and adapt to sitting in his booster chair would classify him as difficult. His mother and grandmother should gradually expose him to new foods and not rush him to accept new foods. During mealtime, his mother and grandmother should model healthy eating practices so Josiah can develop them as well. If Josiah sees his mother and grandmother eating healthier food choices, he is more likely to imitate them and eat them as well. Snacks have a significant role in helping children meet their nutritional needs. Josiah's snacks consist of crackers, cheese slices, and cookies. While there are easy and preferred snacks by children, healthier snack items should be considered. Children usually have a preference for sweet and slightly salty food choices such as cookies and crackers. Some healthier food items I would suggest during snack time would be fruit, such as bananas or apples, cut into small pieces to avoid choking. Also, since Josiah is at an age where he has well-developed rotary chewing movement, raw vegetables such as carrots are a good option for snack time too. Bananas, apples, and carrots are fruits and vegetables that can be eaten in smaller amounts to help one undergo the feeling of satiety and won't blunt Josiah's appetite for mealtime. Also, consuming crackers and cookies increases exposure to carbohydrates for longer periods throughout the day, which can lead to tooth decay. Josiah has unlimited access to apple juice while dinner is being made. This raises concerns for early childhood caries. Toddlers such as Josiah should not be allowed to graze throughout the day on sweetened beverages, especially before dinner, because it inhibits Josiah's appetite for basic foods during mealtime and can develop dental caries. Also, using a sippy cup as the vessel to supply the apple juice can cause dental decay for Josiah. Instead, if his cup is filled with water that is fluoridated, will be more beneficial to the development of his teeth and decrease the development of fluorosis. Josiah is at an age where he imitates those around him. Healthy eating behaviors can be developed by imitating the healthy behavior eating patterns of his mother and grandmother. During mealtime, his mother and grandmother should model healthy eating practices so Josiah can develop them as well. He is more likely to take to new foods if he sees his mother and grandmother eating them as well. Mealtime is a time where toddlers can develop social skills and self-image through self-feeding. However, Josiah is not able to practice and develop these skills because his mother still feeds him from her plate while he watches television along with her. His mother and his grandmother should allow him to have his own plate with proper portions. This will help develop the use of his motor and visual motor skills by using his hands to self-feed as it creates independence, which is a part of the growth process. Though it is normal for toddlers to get distracted during mealtime, The television should be turned off to effectively improve his eating behaviors and eliminate unnecessary distractions that can limit his feeding skills. Josiah's mother and grandmother eat quickly. However, they should not rush Josiah to eat during this time because by promoting self-feeding, Josiah can be introduced and explore new food tastes and textures. No, Josiah should not be encouraged to eat all the food on his plate before he gets down from his booster chair. Josiah should be given toddler-sized portions of food. Toddlers don't eat large quantities of food as older children do. When preparing foods for toddlers, such as Josiah, parents and caretakers should consider the rule of thumb of using 1 tablespoon of food per the age of the child. For example, 2 tablespoon serving for a 2-year-old toddler. Josiah's mother and grandmother may have a hard time determining his intake because they are feeding him from their plate instead of serving him his own portions of food. It is imperative that parents allow toddlers to control the quantity of food eaten by hunger, rather than parents encouraging or forcing them to eat more than they need to acquire satiety and fulfilling their appetite.